YouTube, and welcome to the Movie Zone. I'm your host, the Doctor Movies, and today I just figured why not? Let's just talk about some movie news that broke last week, this week, today, yesterday, tomorrow, the future. It's now, it's here. Let's talk about some movies. So let's get started. So basically, this past weekend, David Ayer, if you don't know who he is, he's basically a director who's going to be directing the Suicide Squad movie. Finally brought the cast out in a picture with full costume, and we finally get to see Harley Quinn. Yes, played by Margot Robbie. And if you want to see these pictures, you can go online and look her up. Just type in Margot Robbie, Harley Quinn. It should be right there. And I want to talk about my opinion about these, because I think this is great. She literally looks like straight out of the comic book. Now, in the past, Harley Quinn in the comic books and the TV and the video games had different, varieties of her. She usually has her own, her like in the animated version of her when she was first introduced. Because she wasn't a very big character in the comic books. She was just introduced in the animated series, where she was wearing all black and red, and she got the mask and the little jester costume on. But, over the years, she's changed her outfit, changed her look, and in this picture, she looks pretty interesting. I really like it. She matches the tone of what Jay Leto's Joker looks like. And a lot of people say that, he's over the top with all the tattoos and whatnot. He looks... I'm still mixed with him, but with her, they kind of tone it down to a level where, yeah, I can see her look like that. Yeah, pretty much. Because this is our very first anticipation of Harley Quinn. We never had her ever in live action, and this will be the first time. With Joker, it's a different story because we already had him. So with her, I'm giving her a pass. She has a couple of tattoos. She's wearing a jacket that says Daddy's Little Monster, and in the back it says she's wearing like a varsity jacket. So in the back of it says Property of the Joker. She's carrying a baseball bat, and she looks great. She's got the little shorts on. She's got the white boots or heels, or both of them, and she looks great. The pigtails, she's got the pigtails but the different colors. And a lot of people are saying, how come she doesn't have that classic, the black and white one? I think she will have it, but not in the sense of like the whole jester costume. Maybe maybe a jean jacket or something like that. It'll be like that, but who knows what it will be. Yeah, but I think it looks great. We also got a couple of shots of Captain Boomerang and Killer Croc and the rest of the cast. I mean, the only problem I had with this picture is that Enchantress, her costume feels like it looks like they just got it at Party City. I mean, it doesn't really scream Enchantress, because if you look at the comic books, her costume is completely different. But you know what? It's just the first picture, so maybe they'll fix that up or something. But yeah, the picture that really stood out to me was Harley Quinn. And Margot Robbie looks great in it, and I can't wait to see what the voice sounds like for it. So yeah, that's a big plus for me. I'm giving the look, just the look itself, a perfect 10. It's just, wow, it looks great. We also got a picture of Deadshot, played by Will Smith. Now, we kind of had a picture before him like a couple weeks ago, with him just walking in the street before he gets his full-on costume. But this is basically full-on costume with the mask and the eye. He looks good. The mask is all white, but a light white, because in the comic books and the TV, sometimes, in the cartoons also, he has full pure white, or sometimes it's just like a ski mask that just covers his face like this. But you know what? He looks fine. I just hope, they kind of change his accent a little bit, because, if you watch the movie and you hear Will Smith's voice, it's going to be Will Smith. The point of the movie is that we're going to be seeing Deadshot in this movie. Now, we all know it's going to be Will Smith, but I kind of hope he gets his own, a voice, a different type of voice he's going to do. Maybe a voice changer or something like that, how Batman's going to be. But, I don't want to be watching the movie and be like, yep, that's just Will Smith to me. Playing himself. I mean, so hopefully it turns out good. Killer Croc is in this picture also. He looks good with the whole scales. I like how they, I don't know if that's makeup or a bodysuit or something, but it looks pretty cool. So he looks good. Yeah, I mean, the picture itself, besides, the whole Enchantress thing, I really like it a lot. So the picture, as all of them as a group, I'm gonna give that an 8, just because it's the first time. I'm giving Harley Quinn a 10 due to the fact that it really nailed it on on the head with her costume. Looks incredible. Everybody was gonna be worrying, oh my God, Joker looks like this. What is Harley Quinn gonna look like? And a lot of people saying they like it a lot. So it's not too much people complaining about it. So that's a thumbs up for me. But yeah, pretty much. So let's move on to our next topic. Yesterday was Star Wars Day. So if you did celebrate it, let me know what you did. Did you watch any of the movies? I was gonna do a review of any of the Star Wars movies, but I figure I'll wait until Star Wars Episode 7 gets closer so I can do a full review for all the Star Wars movies. I never did that before, so I will be doing that eventually. But I figure I'll just wait till the actual movie comes out. So yesterday was Star Wars Day, and we were expecting something. Maybe another teaser trailer, casting announcement, something. And we got a couple. Josh Trank, who's if you don't know who he is, he's the director of Chronicle, who's directing the new Fantastic Four movie. He's supposed to be doing the second spin-off of Rogue One, which is the first movie, but this is going to be another spin-off. Everybody thought it would be Boba Fett or young Han Solo, whatever it was going to be. And now there's reports saying that he's dropped out. He's no longer part of the project of the second spin-off movie. And now there are rumors spreading that he decided to just leave and not tell Disney. Disney decided to just let him go due to the fact that there were some rumors about him, not being nice or, complaining a lot on the set of Fantastic Four, which I don't know if that's true. There are a lot of speculation. We don't really know. But they parted ways, and now the second spinoff doesn't have a director, so I'm pretty sure Disney's kind of upset about that. I'm kind of disappointed too, because I like what he did with Chronicle, and I'm really interested in what he can do with this movie, with the new Fantastic Four. And by the trailers or the pictures we've seen so far, I really am excited about Fantastic Four. And I was kind of hoping that, I wanted to see what he would do with a Star Wars movie, a spin-off or whatever it is. A lot of people say it was supposed to be the Boba Fett movie, but who knows. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of a disappointing thing, but what can you do? I mean, it had to be on Star Wars Celebration, had announced that. It kind of just killed the mood. But yeah, now today we got another announcement that, well, not much of an announcement, more of like a rumor kind of way. But I didn't want to talk about it, but I figured why not? It's a rumor and a truth that the next movie will be, in fact, Boba Fett. Now, I'm not too sure if this is true, but, don't hold me against it. But I think this is a rumor for right now. And now they're saying that this plot is Boba Fett's origin, and it has nothing to do with any of the Star Wars movies. Which I'm reading it, I'm like, wait a minute, now that has to be fake. Because, A, Boba Fett is Star Wars. I mean, he's the ultimate bounty hunter. I mean, but if it's not him, it's him and Han Solo. They're the greatest bounty hunters of all time. They just are. Han Solo is more of a smuggler, but yet he's also a bounty hunter in his own way. In his own good way. But, B, I find it weird that we're going to get an origin story if we already had one, kind of. Spoiler, if you've never seen any of the other prequel Star Wars, and if you haven't, thank you. But yeah, Boba Fett's origin is where the Stormtroopers come from. Before they were the Stormtroopers, they were called the clones, where basically the clones were made to help out the Jedis, help out the Republic and all that stuff, but then secretly they end up becoming the bad guys and end up becoming the Stormtroopers. Well, one of them was named Jango Fett. Basically, he had a son who was a clone of him, a younger version of him. When Jango Fett gets killed, his son takes over and becomes Boba Fett. Now, with Boba Fett, he's one of the coolest characters. I would love to see a movie with him. But I don't want an origin story because I really know his backstory. I want to see it go forward with it, you know what I mean? Because in the episode 6, he's in there, but he has a small scene in that where, spoiler if you've never seen episode 6, he falls into this pit where there's a monster in there and kind of swallows him. But a lot of people say, like in the books, that he flies out of there. So if that was true, I never read the book of which one was it, but if it was true, I wouldn't mind seeing something like what happened to him after episode 6. You know what I mean? Maybe he's out there injured. Maybe he crash landed on another planet, and the people there decided to help him out. Maybe he wiped them out. Maybe he decides to be their hero. Who knows? But you know, an origin story feels too. I'm not interested in that. I want to see Boba Fett now, where he's at now. You know, in the same universe. I mean, that's another thing that got me thinking. Okay, this is an origin story, right? But how you gonna say that this is not a part of Star Wars universe? So this is like an Elseworld kind of thing? That doesn't make sense. So I'm not even gonna believe this until I get facts from Disney to say that the Boba Fett movies come in is gonna be 30 years later, 30 years before. But yeah, when Disney says it's true, then it's true. When it's not, when other people are reporting it, then don't believe it. Just, you know, believe it if you want, but don't be like, oh my god, Boba Fett, the prequel. Yeah. I'm not going to buy it. So for that, I'll just be like, forget about it. Well, that's all I have today, but yep. Of what, you know, for the Star Wars. But there are other movies out there that'll be coming out. There's, the movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger coming out this weekend. I'm going to check out. I can't wait to see it. Look, it's the one where he has a daughter who gets infected and she becomes like the zombie or something. That looks pretty interesting. And we also have Hot Pursuit where, you know, Reese Witherspoon and Sofia Vergara. Sorry if I'm butchering her name, but that's coming out this weekend, so that should be good. Also, Avengers, now the second highest grossing film of all time. You know, next to Iron Man, the Avengers 1 and Iron Man 3. Yeah, pretty much they said that, you know, all the Marvel movies is now the greatest franchise of all time, is the biggest franchise of all time. I think it just outbeat Harry Potter and I believe Star Wars as well. But yeah, kudos. Avengers is awesome. You gotta go check that movie out. I'm gonna go see these 2 more times when it comes out. And then when it comes out on Blu-ray, definitely gonna go see it again. But I'm probably gonna go see it again this weekend. Great job. Yeah, I mean, now they're gonna start 2016. They're gonna start filming Captain America: The Civil War, so that should be interesting. And also a little minor note in X-Men universe. Bryan Singer has come out and said that, yeah, there's a rough cut of an X-Men Days of Future Past with all the rogue scenes that were cut out from the film. So that'll be coming out this summer in DVD and Blu-ray. So I'm kind of curious of how that's going to work. I'm curious to see those scenes and where those scenes were cut off from the actual movie. Because Days of Future Past is one of my favorite X-Men movies. It's number 2 of my favorite X-Men movies. Number 1 is always going to be X2. But number 2 is Days of Future Past. I think that movie is awesome, brilliant. And I cannot wait to see more of it. So, there's that. I mean, yeah, I mean, this is a slow week. I mean, probably going to get more news about tomorrow or anything else. But yeah, I mean, I just can't wait for, to see this, you know, this rough cut of X-Men. It's a great movie all by itself. I mean, I wanted Rogue to be in those scenes in the movie, but you know what? If there's a rough cut, I'll still check it out. I probably won't buy it. I'll probably just look online and watch it. There's like no point of buying it if you already have the movie, but yeah. So that's the news for today. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you want to know about more movie news. There's no trailers yet. Hopefully this will be more trailers about maybe tomorrow for other movies. But yeah, I'll keep you posted. I'll probably put more videos out when I get more news for the week. It's only Tuesday, so you know, got the rest of the week. I'll probably put another video on Friday about covering everything from X-Men, from, you know, DC, whatever it is on the news of the whole week. I'll break it down. I'll let you know. Do my review about everything. Talk about the weekend. Talk about the box office weekends. Whatever it is, I'll let you know. So thank you and have a good day. And as always, the doctor's in and out. And if you want to see more, click right here to see more. And of course, subscribe. What are you waiting for? Let's just talk about movies, people. Thank you and have a good day.